Hey everybody, Kimberly here with, yes, my temporary tattoos because I am entering into a women's correctional facility in the world of Guilty Houston 2015. Tattoos play a very prominent role in this game, as do other adult themes. This is 18 plus, or older, so make sure that you are with an adult group, while Guilty Monaco 1955 is for 14 and above. So what I'm going to do today is talk about Houston 2015 with the idea that Monaco 1955 follows a very similar pattern, structure, and technique, which is the same game style. In this game, you're spending about 3 to 4 hours trying to figure out the mystery. You are looking for motive, murder weapons, situations that would be considered suspicious and would point you in the direction of the guilty party or parties. Now, I want to show you what's out here, and I promise you I'm not spoiling anything in the game. So whenever you look at the rule book, it does say make sure that you protect yourself from spoiling anything in the game by keeping everything face down or not revealed until it says so. So you are, as you see here, looking at these 5 women right here. We've got Julia Kowalsky, Dominique Bailey, Jessica De Leon, Petra Fuller, and then Jasmine Philamy. And we are in the prison. There are a variety of locations, and they are the workshop, the library, the chapel, kitchen, visiting room, laundry, showers and toilets, the store, and the infirmary. This is your investigation area. There's always going to be this kind of board that lays out where you get to place the cards that are available to you to search. These are your search cards. Over here, you'll see this little symbol is your interview. You can maybe interview the night guards to find out what's going on. Now, what happens is I read the story in here. There's a 2-page story, and then it tells you to populate the board with these particular cards. That's why this is not necessarily revealing anything that you'll not need to know going into the game. So just expect that you're going to need a little bit of setup here, but I wanted you to see how full this game is. I wanted you to see all the possibilities that are available to you and your fellow players as you're searching, as you're investigating, and as you're looking into the death that is really the central focus of this Guilty for Houston 2015. So this card right here says leave everything here until you retrieve them. And when searching, just kind of like peel back the little corner where you can actually see what the number is that you're looking for, keeping everything face down. So that's what's going to help you not look at anything, not reveal anything. And then, of course, the memo right here just reminds you what to do when you have particular symbols on cards. Taking cards, putting cards back, and flipping the time clock. This is going to be your time in the game. You start off and it's 10 p.m. and you are essentially going to this location and you're trying to find all the clues that you can. And when you take a time, you flip it over, and then it's going to reveal some information, some interesting tidbit, or just time passes. And you put it here into your time passes. And so as time goes, every 20 minutes, you're going to have a card that goes through this stack, and you're going to make it to the morning. And in the morning, you are going to essentially share all of your results and what you think and all the, the who, what, where, when, how, why kind of questions that you're doing. So when you flip a card over, all you need to do is read it. And then if you have this symbol at the bottom that says time passed because you took time, make sure you pass the time. And if it asks you to look for a card in the deck, look for a card in the deck. This is everything that you get in the box. It's the stack of search cards, your location. You get a super special secretive white envelope that, of course, I'm not going to tell you anything about, but whenever it tells you to look in here, and you're going to get something really special. You've got your rule book right here, and then you've got your time cards. So this game will take you 3 to 4 hours to exhaust all of the things that you want to investigate in order to make your decision, in order to, continue toward the end, trying to figure out, yes, there are cards at the bottom of this deck that give you the solutions, that give you the answers, and point to the specific cards and the specific people and the specific locations and interviews that gave pieces of information that tie everything together. So it does give you a satisfactory closure and conclusion to help you understand why someone did something and where they did it and so forth. So while you do get to essentially make your guess and hopefully earn points on a scale of success, how well you did, how successfully you picked up on those clues, it will give you all the answers at the end. And it just takes time, and I say do it in one sitting, play for one evening, 3 to 4 hours. And I do like to play with just one other person. It makes it easier for us to alternate choices. Oh, well, I really feel I want to go over here. Or, I think that this is a really great opportunity. And then, my husband will go and say, I've been wanting to interview so-and-so, and I think we should really find something over there. So we just kind of alternate back and forth, making decisions and then collectively talking about what we think that means and what we think that implies. Now, I will say that the theme here is definitely 18 plus. It's very adult in the content, in the dialogue, in the stories and events. It just is very adult themed. And so I just want you to be prepared for that. Even I was a little bit surprised, and I don't mind if anything is adult themed, right? So it has anything that might be, horrific or thematically challenging or possibly triggering or even, violence and things like that. That doesn't necessarily bother me, but you will get that in here. So just be ready for it and make sure that you're playing with adults. I wouldn't say that Guilty 2015 is family friendly. But this is interesting, and this style of investigation is interesting. And I find that this is really saying maybe something about me and my husband, but we don't always figure things out. We don't always get it right on. Generally, we're in the ballpark or we're really close, and we did very well with this. But I think it was, in some cases, some stabs in the dark. And so I think it is fun, it's interesting, it offers players a real challenge. And so when you have a real challenge and a mystery to figure out, it can be a lot of fun. So I think that both of the Guilties offer a really thoroughly considered and thought out mystery and a true investigation. You will be reading a lot. You will lose your voice by the end of the night because you've been reading so many cards and so much information and trying to keep track of all the clues and the tips and the secrets and the mysteries. And you will have to maybe do a little bit of puzzling. It's not just a piecing it together. You might actually have to do some puzzling. Yeah, that's it. So again, without spoiling anything, that's going to be my take on specifically Houston 2015, but know that Monaco 1955, the second in the series, the same series, will offer you a very similar presentation and structure with time passing, and then you're going to be looking for the search cards in that deck, flipping them over, reading them, and essentially following and leading your own investigation. What do you think? Who did it? And why? Okay, everybody, check these games out. They're very portable. They're very shareable. 1+ players. You can do it all by yourself and have a fantastic night, or you can play with someone else. All right, I'll see you later. One last thing about these games is that you can very easily pack them up and then re-gift them to someone else because you do not mar any of the materials. You just restack it up, wrap it up and put those cards in order, and then make sure that you don't spoil any of the results to your gifties, and then they can enjoy the same experience that you had on their own time. So it's a great, great gift.